Thank you so much, Daniel, for that introduction. This is an honor to be here. Thank you, Reverend Richard. Thank you, all the staff for Unity. But thank you to all you marvelous congrats here in Unity North. This is an honor, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so today I am here to give you some information about my personal experience about transformation, transforming through faith and gratitude. Spiritual transformation is what happens when we evolve on the level of the soul or in the level of our spirit that we are. Like the lotus flower, which is symbolic of the inner alchemy. We emerge from the muddy waters of the ego into more sky-like expansions. Spiritual transformation can happen very slowly, but sometimes it's unexpected, fast, when we have challenges. Spiritual transformation is a journey that evolves, identifying and releasing the negative beliefs and internal patterns that all we have. That obstruct our growth, our happiness. And then replacing that with the positive and affirmations. But the most with the meditations. The meditation is the most beautiful tool to help us to go inside us and listen ourselves in the silence. In the essence of the spiritual transformation is about to go back and be closer and closer to our inner being that we are. So now let's put the first slides, please, and we can read together. And they say, transformation is a process and a life happiness. There are tons and ups and downs. It is a journey to discover, with our moments on the mountain tops and moments in deep valleys of despair. Rick Warner, if you know, he is an American Baptist evangelist and Christian pastor, very famous. He writes beautiful books about the spirituality and transformation. Yes, that's right. In the deep valleys of despair. And that is when we go through and working. We all have this internal ability to transform ourselves. The truth is that we need to be honest with ourselves to create a new version of ourselves. That is the challenge here, to create a new version of ourselves. And this was the biggest motivation, when I convinced myself that I can be a better human being. Simple like that. I can be a better human being, and you can do the same. After you go through, you can see the difference in yourself. When you see renewed one, when you look more beautiful, when you are more confident with yourself, and when you are be better communicate with others. But once you go through and you go and pass these muddy waters, you sail into the calmer sea, where everything is more quiet and is more clear, allowing us to venture into the new land with certainty that you may it through. Then you are going to see that you are in the right direction. This is for sure my experience as I continue to transform myself. I started this 20 years ago. This is not new. And I am still doing every day. I am in my way to continue to do it. Transforming means ongoing actions, means it's a process. I start, but I did not finish yet. I remember when I was a child, to have this notion, this feeling that God is always with me. And He can help me in any aspects of my life. But I can see, and I can say now, that gives me the courage to do my work. This very strong belief in me encouraged me to begin to build my faith. Exactly that I go to the gym to build my muscles and practice all the time, over and over and over. It's exactly the same action, but it's internal. And then practice and continue to practice, trusting the process. It is not possible to do overnight. It's impossible. Everything on life takes time, and we must to be patient. So let's put the second slide, please, and we can read together. One does not live without faith. Faith is the knowledge of the meaning of human life. Faith is the force of life. If man lives, it is because he believes in something. Leo Tolstoy, that was in the 1800s. And that's true. Man has always believed that there is something beyond to the existence of the human. Having faith is having a trust. We must to trust. The ability to believe God without doubts. The Bible says in Acts 11:18, faith is also supernatural gift of God. My faith invites me to believe in the unknown and the unseen. I align my faith with my daily actions to keep my attention and focus on my path. To have my strong faith is the practice and applying in any aspects of my life. Since I wake up in the morning and do my work, thanks to my faith, I was able to go through to all the negative stage, the negative thoughts that I was carrying long time ago. I went straight to the root of these thoughts, of this negative situation that I have. And I discovered a feeling of guilt, of shame. of disappointments, of doubts, frustrations, impatience, and of course, a combination of all other emotions that we have. I understood that if I go through a process of understanding and reflecting in any of these issues without resistance, then I can take the right action. Working in all these experiences, I discovered that there was other important tool that I have to add to continue in my work, in my process. And it is forgiveness and gratitude. I choose the path forgiveness because it transforms the pain into possibilities of further growth and practice. So when I forgive, I feel gratitude. So that is the key. When I forgive all these things by myself and others, I feel gratitude. So now please go to the next. And this is the gratitude. So please we can read together. Gratitude is very important. It transforms your whole life. If you can remember the importance of being grateful for life, as you go through your day, every day, you can even have a little reminders of the importance of being appreciative of life. Eckhart Tolle, one of my favorite spiritual teachers, and I read all books for him, it's amazing. Gratitude is an act of faith. I know that gratitude, like faith, is a muscle. The more I practice, the stronger become. I learned that gratitude changes our perspectives and solves our heart. And it's available for everybody, whenever you like, anytime. The amazing key is that we are grateful not only in the good things, in the good times. The most important, to be grateful in the difficulties, in the challenges, but in the adversities that I am sure I and many of you go through. I always give thanks in advance for the good that I see in these negative issues, in these negative struggles. I just center and give thanks to see the good one, the good gifts coming for that. There are many spiritual virtues as a love, patience, gratitude, harmony, kindness, forgiveness, and many others that you can choose if you like to start to working in your internal journey to transform your life, to transform yourself. If there's somebody right now in this beautiful congregation that they decide and start to do the work, the transformation, I can tell you, you never give up. you right now, you are in the middle of the transformation, please keep going. You can do it. Trust the process and do the process the best you can do. To illustrate spiritual transformation in a better way, here there are a few common experiences of spiritual transformations that I have now, that I never thinking that I can have before. No longer feeling limited by certain traumas. We have traumas, all of us. But we need to face and we need to work on that. Nothing is impossible. Letting go of an old toxic patterns that we have. We recognize ourselves that we have sometimes when we are talking immediately without thinking. Because all are there in our subconscious. Become more authentic and soul-centered. Be you, exactly the way you are. And desire to be an open rather to be shut down. Open your heart and talk and recognize what you are. This is very important in the process to transform. But it's not easy way. We have to cultivate the patience too. Because the most of the time, we always want things for yesterday, overnight. And it's not working, it's impossible. It's not true. We lied ourselves. And we keep in doing over and over. And the years go past, and you are still the same. And you ask the question, what is going on with me? I am working a lot, I am doing this, I am doing that. But what's happened? Because we are not have the authentic intention, the honest intention to do. So that is very important. And now we can do the next. And this is some tips that I want to give you. If you really want to cultivate your gratitude, your faith, your love, whatever you choose to transform your life, there are some things that I want to tell you. These tips is going to help you to cultivate or to transform your life if you want to do. This is a personal journey. Nobody can change you. It's impossible. It's your decision. If you want to do, you can do it. So, we can put the last screen, please. Okay, that's okay. So, number one, it's only little tips. Visualize in your middle eye the person that you want to be. If you don't know how to visualize, use your imagination. We have amazing imagination, so we can do that. Use the spiritual tools, as I mentioned before, love, faith, forgiveness, patience, harmony, whatever you like to choose. Positive affirmatives. and meditation. Meditation is a great tool. Take the action necessary to move toward greater growth and healing yourself. This takes time, a lot of time. Nothing is easy. Give yourself permission to feel your emotions you may experience, such as fear, sadness, anxiety, but also positive feelings, gratitude, love, expansion. You can feel. So give the permission. This is very important. You will notice an amazing spiritual transformation that produces great results in all areas of your life. And use the gratitude journal. It is a great spiritual tool. When I start to working in my internal work to transform myself, that I am not yet finished, I start to do my journal of gratitude. And it's amazing. It's almost 20 years. And I have books and books and books, notebooks and notebooks writing with all my blessings. Especially the most beautiful things coming out after the very bad situations I go through in my life. And when I read that, I say, oh my God, it's amazing. How it's working perfectly. This is abundance everywhere. If you're thinking you are lack of love, lack of money, lack of any other thing, doesn't exist. We can open heart and we can do our job. And the last, realize that the personal transformation is a lifelong process. Lifelong process. It's not 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, no. It's all the time. Until God is going, I am going to continue to do it until God is going to tell me, okay, Vilma, today is your last day. Goodbye. Thank you, God. You got me. Exactly. That is the work. So it's very important to start to doing something if you really wanted to do. Remember, intention is the number one tool to start to doing something. Because desire is not the same. Desire, or I wish to have a mansion. I wish to have a great computer, the last technology. But it's only there. It's empty. But the intention is coming within you, inside you, when you are honest with yourself, when you really believe that you can do it, and then everything is working. But again, lifelong time process. That is the only beautiful thing about the process, the transformation. But they have a lot of gifts, beautiful spiritual gifts that you can see when you have a good communication with others, especially when the person who are not alignment with you. And we all have somebody in our lives, in our family that they are not alignment. They are not in the same page. And they are always have problems. But we don't need to have that when we are opening our heart, when we recognize who we are, when we are alignment, our mind and our heart, and to have a balance. And that is the key to work. And you can see the difference little by little. And then what you need in there? Patience. Love yourself. You made mistake? Perfect. Do again. Do again and again. I don't remember how many times I was fell. But anytime I stand up, I do better and better. So I hope some of these words or phrases resonate on you, and you can start to do something. I know a lot of people here, a lot of you are working in yourself. That is the reason you are Unity. These beautiful teachings. But if you really want to have better results, this is the way to do. Not easy work, but not impossible work. And they give you more quotes about transformation that maybe you already know. Like Richard Roth say, transformation is often more about unlearning than learning. And I know that, yes, because we have several patterns, conceptual ideas that we have when we are child. Real transformation requires real honesty. If you want to move forward, get real with yourself. Brian McGill, other spiritual writer, beautifully. Yes. Some change look negative on the surface, but you will soon realize that the space is being created in your life for something new to emerge. Exactly. Oh, let me read again. Some change looks negative on the surface, but you will soon realize that the space is being created in your life for something new. Eckhart Tolle, he is the master. And I know you read a lot of books of him. Beautiful. Perfect. I think we are exactly the time. I really appreciate your time to listen to me, and I hope you can take some words, phrases, to start to do something. Thank you so much.